Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to the channel. I have had a brilliant idea. I truly believe, hand on heart, that the biggest selling point on a car is presentation. I remember meeting an old boy. He was a guy who used to run a car dealership up the road from here, and I remember him saying to me, well, Robert, the thing about selling cars is it's the 3 Ps. Presentation, presentation, no prizes for guessing the last one, presentation. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to dive online, I'm going to have a look for cars that advertise badly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy them, I'm going to spruce them up with as little effort and money as possible and advertise them better and see if I can get more money for them. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big risk on this one. I'm going to stick them on eBay and just run them for 10 days and just see whether or not they make more money than they would have made in their original format. Brave, yes. Stupid, probably. Good content, doubtful. Join me. Right, so let's get into it. I've got all my platforms open here. We're going to start off on autotrader and let's find the worst advertised cars that we can find and see whether or not there's a bit of brass to be made here. So what I'm going to do is sort from low to high. I'm going to make sure that I am not a million miles away. I don't want to go national. I'm willing to travel. I'm willing to travel 100 miles. And let's see what the cheapest cars are on autotrader. That's annoying. 75 quid for a car. That reminds me of my youth. Or we used to call something called a ragger. So you buy a car, 50 quid. Everybody would have a drive, and then eventually it would end up in the scrap heap in the sky. Or on fire. I want something that actually runs and drives. I want something that is advertised poorly. So I'm looking for someone who's put minimal effort into their advert and see, wow. That is a proper snot box. Cat C. So it means it's out of all the categories, these are the old ones, you've got C and D, D being bad and C being pretty bad, and then B being you can't drive on the road anymore. Oh, it's actually advertised quite well, is that car. Look at the state of that. Someone will buy that, but it ain't going to be me. That's awful. Let's see. It's a bloody dealer. Come on. Bodywork requires attention. Good spot. 6 owners, all of which been blind. Right, let's keep going and see if we can find something on here. That is a very bad advert, but I'm guessing Cat S. I don't really want to buy a category car. 5 owners. He says now Cat N. Injector issue. Injectors at 1619 TDI. Injectors are about 300 quid a pop on those. No, not even worth it. There's no money left in that thing. There's got to be a cheap car out here that's advertised badly. Should we go privates? Because dealers, as we well know, want way too much money for the cars. I'm quite excited about this because I just think if you sell a car better, they're worth more money. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying with this? That is a bad advert. Look at that. I'm obviously not going to buy it. Look at the state. Oh, that is an advert of a Mrs. saying to a Mr., will you please get rid of that car? That's been signed by Cristiano Ronaldo. Please get rid of the car. And he goes, oh, fine, I'll go out and photograph it. That's one of those adverts. But unfortunately, I don't want a Range Rover. Oh, come on. Find me some gold here. Starting off with a dashboard photo is never good. However, yeah, again, take the picture on the driveway. I want a proper snotter. I want a real snotter. These are all very expensive. I feel that, unfortunately, because of the price of having to sell a car on autotrader, which I've gone into before, we're not going to find our little gem on here. Hello, you awful car. Look at the state of that. My missus would love that because it's awful. That looks pretty terrible, but it's advertised fairly well, so I think he's already going to get his money for that. Don't know where it is. New Biggin by the Sea. Never heard of it. My geography is terrible. 1 owner. This annoys me. 1 previous owner, it says. He's written that in here. He or her. And on the owners, on the overview, it's telling me it's 2 owners. So you started off with a bit of a fib. No roof leaks. I'm going to assume it leaks now. Tyres all good. I'm going to assume they're bad. In essence, the Renault Wind Roadster GT line GTCE offers a blend of sporty aesthetics, fun driving dynamics and a decent practicality in a compact and stylish package, making it a unique and enjoyable roadster experience. That is ChatGPT, but nice try. Not good enough, that advert. Look at that, fantastic. He started off with a floor mat, as this is the best selling point. A floor mat with a hole in it. Seats fold, which is handy, because you're going to use it for a skip, aren't you? No, and it's not cheap enough. Autotrader, away with you. On to my favourite, Gumtree. Now, I'm annoyed with Gumtree because if I search cars and vehicles, cars, this is really frustrating. So we go select, make a model, not interested, but price range. Literally just let's have any car in the UK and go with the cheapest car. There's obviously you've got your advertised stuff, but there's loads of people, it says free, and then you go into it and it's not going to be, is it? It's a car dealer selling a car that you can reserve for 100 quid. Oh, it's just, if you're a car dealer and you're doing that, as someone buying a car, that's really annoying and it doesn't make me want to buy the car. Well, that's a bit special, isn't it? Almost looks like a toy. Is that a toy? It looks too nice. So how much is that? And why is it on Gumtree for free? Oh, it's hard work, this, isn't it? However, I think it could be onto a winner here. However, see, someone's selling a Skoda Fabia here. It's a test advert with a picture of a bloody Aventador in it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be cunning. I'm going to go for price, maximum, £1,000, update, and then I'm going to go from high to low. Here we go. Here we have a Mini where they've taken the photos off the phone, which is a great start for me. That looks all right. Why is that £1,000? Why is that a bag of sand? Time and general place in 2021. Being registered for a bit of lack appeal. Alloys can do with a refurb. £1,000 for that car. £1,000 for a Mini. That's good value, that. Right, good value with bad photos. But it's £1,000, I didn't want to spend £1,000. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look and just see what that should sell for on AutoTrader out of interest. I'm not sure my pricing portal is going to bring this up, but let's have a quick look. Mileage. Where is the mileage for this car? It's going to be moon miles. So, we're going to have to be cunning with this, aren't we? Let's go to the MOT. Ooh! 140,000 miles with an oil leak. And it's due an MOT. That was done in October last year, and we are in July. Retail £2,000. Do we think if we stick that on an auction, if we get that, polish it up, make it an absolute belter, do you think if we stick that on an online auction, we're going to make more than £1,000 back? Because that is the point of this, isn't it? Let me stick that in saved and see what else we've got. Come on. Bingo. Excellent pile of death. Look at that. Right, okay, there's no interior photos, just telling me everything I need to know. I can smell that from here. Replace head gasket exhaust system, clutch, rear differential and radiator. Good 4x4 workhorse used to pull a trailer. Suitable for an enthusiast wanting a restoration project. Ideal for off-road. Not expected to pass an MOT. It's got an MOT until literally tomorrow. Front suspension, repair as soon as possible. These are minors and advisories. Unfortunately, that car is going to get done on welding, isn't it? Oh, that's a shame. That, for 500 quid, it's got to still be worth 500 quid, isn't it, to someone? There's something, right, so I run a car dealership for a living, and all I try and do is buy the best cars I can possibly buy for the right money and make them the best cars they can possibly be and then sell them. Whereas in this instance, I'm quite excited about buying complete boxes and just trying to make 50 quid. I don't know what it is about it. It just feels more, I don't know, it feels rawer to me. And I love value for money cars. They make me excited. No, Rob, I want a badly photographed, exciting car for 500 quid. I don't ask a lot. Hello. He's loaded his photos on sideways. Oh, it's a wet belt. Don't want one of those. No way. Even though I'm going to do this personally. So I'm going to buy the car personally and flip it personally. So it is not a business. And that way, we are not selling the car to the public as a business. Certainly ain't getting sold out of this showroom. So, come on, give me some gems, please. Right, I'm going to go from 500 quid downwards. Let's find a rotter here. There's a lot of dealers on here. Who's selling £500 cars and making a business out of it? I've always wondered that, because your maximum profit margin on a 500 quid car is 500 quid, isn't it, if you got given it? So just do, yes. Yes. Hello, Phaeton in Manchester. This is for spares only, unless you want to try putting it back on the road. It's got brand new rear suspension, which costs £1,400. It's got rear tyre. When it brakes all round, welding. Yeah, this is not going to be a minimal work car, but I love the fact it's covered in foliage. Come on. Let's find a beauty. Look at this. Look at this. Not used in years, definitely a non-runner. Did drive fine when I used it last. 112,000 miles, will need to be trailed away. I'll deal for spares. Yes. Has it had a test in ever? It's never had an MOT. Oh, that's a risky car, isn't it? Where is it? Be local, please. Birmingham. I have no issue with Birmingham or the people in Birmingham. But same as Bradford, and we're close to Bradford, there's just a saying about not buying a car from Birmingham or Bradford. Looking for £500 as well tells me they know they're not going to get it. We keep looking. Look at that for a photo. Low mileage engines. Stop the irony of that advert popping up straight after I've been looking through that. So, the MLs of this era were built in America rather than in Germany. Now refused to go out of park when the Jeep was last parked. It was driving. As far as we know, it only needed a turbo. That's a badly photoed car. Let's have a look at that. Audi A3. Doesn't even look like an... Look at the headlights on that. Ooh. Oh, that's been sat for ages. It's mouldy under the engine bay, isn't it? Why is it being sat? Someone's given in. What's the story? Non-runner needs a turbo, no MOT. I remember the days you could buy a lot of car for 500 quid that ran. A lot of car. We used to buy cars for 50 quid from a local trader down the road when we were sort of, should we say 17? And we all used to drive them around. We used to have a right laugh. I do feel for the kids of today who can't buy a car for 50 quid and go and smash it up, drive it. That is an awful, awful advert. Here we go. Look at this. Taken out of your living room window. He's even left his shirts hanging up. Car drives and shifts gears. It can still be driven, but there's a noticeable pull while starting to move, and a yellow warning light, a gear symbol with an exclamation mark, appears. It likely indicates there's an issue with the transmission. Detective is on the scene. Bugger. And it's in Bristol. No chance. Scarborough, C-Class. Hello, scrap value. Look at that, and it's in a car park. Is it moving? Right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. I'm selling without an MOT. It's just expired. Local garage said it would possibly need work on the rear brakes to get it through an MOT, along with exhaust mount, rubber top mounts, engine gearbox. Great, no problems. No oil or water leaks. Good tyres all round. Really comfortable drive on a long distance. I regularly do trips from Yorkshire to London. I can't bear to let this crap people take the old girl away. So open to offers over £200 to give her another lease of life. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. I've been as honest as I can with the description. Thanks for reading. I've put a price in the box, but that is the lowest price I'll take. £200. So the car is £200. Hello! So what's the previous MOT telling us on this car? EA04UJR. EA04UJR. It has expired, but it's not too far away. I can book it in for a test. Hello, you little beauty. Can you please call me? You send a message to someone, don't just send the automated message, send a proper message. Will have been snapped up. But the thing about this car is it's zero risk, because Scrapman will give you 200 quid for that. He doesn't want to take it to the Scrapman, he wants to give it a lease of life. That's a chance for me. So send message. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. That's got to be 500 quid to someone. It's got to be. And he wants 200 quid. All it needs is an MOT. Now, there are plenty of MOT testers out there that will put it through, but it wants a proper MOT, doesn't it? So we don't know what it'll need. But, yeah, I'm getting whiffs of profit from that car. So we continue the search. However, Greg, please get back in touch with me. My phone is ready for your call. Sell me the car, sell me the car. I'm going to work on the assumption he isn't going to sell me the car. So let's keep searching through here just in case something else comes through. Fife, not a chance am I going up that way. Not that I don't like it, but I'm not travelling that far for something that is probably going to lose me money, let's face it. Don't want to buy a Volvo on the back of a low loader. I put a Volvo on the back of a low loader. I bought a low loader once. It was absolutely awful. I bought it drunk on eBay and it had been thrown together in somebody's backyard. It was absolutely shocking. A pink Micra. It's not meant to be pink, is it? She's faded. Oh, faded and the lacquer's gone. Showing off the MOT on there until November 2025. Nope. So the Volvo's tempting, the Merc's tempting. I've got a feeling that his inbox is going to be absolutely melted with that Mercedes. This is probably going to require a little bit of constant research. Hello. Oh. Has he advertised his car with a beer can on the roof? That is obviously very badly advertised, but he's used that as a drift car, hasn't he? He absolutely thrashed that thing to bits. Sold. It is not, mate. It is here. Yeah, that thing has been battered around McDonald's car parks. Plenty of photos though, nice to see. Lots of it in bits. Has no engine or gearbox. Car is complete otherwise. So never fear. The rest of it's there. It's just an engine and a gearbox that it's missing. Lancashire, another one. 500 quid this one. It's a coupe. Okay. Smoky engine head gasket. No. Look at this for an advert. At least they're starting off with the damage. Give them the credit. The next photo will be better. Nope. Maybe this one. Nope. Why has he got the side of a microwave on his bonnet? That's the worst thing. No. Bootle, Merseyside. Bootle is an interesting area. I used to stay in Bootle. I had a mate, I still got a mate, Kev Jones, and he set up like nightclubs in footballers' back gardens, and we used to stay at his in Bootle. And we did some pretty cool events. So we did John Bishop's, the comedians did, what's that fancy footballer called? Everyone knows him. Stephen Gerrard's came to me eventually. Yes. But Bootle is certainly an interesting area. Don't park too close, I'm chunky. Might get one of those stickers for mine. So what do we need to know on this one? Needs repairs, front bumper damage, petrol cap doesn't close, fine. Faulty clutch and throttle. It's scrap, isn't it? Sorry, chunky lady, it's scrap. Oh, there's a Range Rover Sport on a 2019 there for £395 in Bootle. Is it? Is it? A month. Car dealers, you can see why you get a bad rep. Been dreading this one. Facebook Marketplace. Oh, Auto Alex, stop it. Everyone's had car finance. 800 quid, C-Class. That. 800 quid for all of that. Ignore the back of it. See more. What is going on with this? Needs a battery and a radio message for more info. If I buy that, Callum Hands is going to do backflips. They made it into a track car though, haven't they? Oh, it's the alloys? Sod off. I genuinely looking at it thinking, that's probably all right money for a Micra. It's just the wheels. I'll probably lay off that, mate. Saxo, look at that, a dumped Saxo. Is it a VTS? What is that? Oh, VTR. VTR, or at least it's got VTR stickers on it. Ooh. That's taking me back to my youth. Future Classic. Not that one, mate. Oh, it's miles away. North Wales. I don't want to go to North Wales for a car. You wouldn't park that near a school, would you? Oh, it's got leather. Now, I'm not a mechanic, and everybody knows this, but there's something looks wrong about that, and I can't place it. I think there's meant to be something on the end of this hose here. Right, so that obviously needs an engine. Head gasket issue, will not start. I would be worried if that started. Okay. I've been looking for a ride on, 300 quid. No thanks. That'll have the head gasket gone. That is too boring. That is very boring. I don't want a caravan. I don't need a boat. Pandora, the irony. Yes, I can imagine it is. Okay, so it'd appear that this can take a few days because I'm not buying a Rolls Royce Phantom for 100 quid, am I? I'll see you when I get another wind of energy because I'm done looking at this rubbish now. Okay, so fast forward, it's a couple of days later and I've got good news. I have purchased a Chariot that is currently sat in my showroom, bringing the entire stock portfolio down. However, I went out and I looked at it last night and it is this car here. It's all blurred, isn't it? That's because I don't want to give too much away, because we're going to do a full video on the car that I've bought. But as you can see, it is for sale in East Yorkshire, which is just up the road from us, and it was £400. I did a bit of dealer negotiation when I got there. I knocked £50 off the car. So I've bought a full, mostly working car from Gumtree for 350 quid, sat in my showroom now, and we're going to start the process of making it pretty, photographing it better, and seeing if we can make some profit for doing not a lot of work. Genius is the word that you're looking for. Or stupid, but compellingly interesting. I'll see you guys, girls, toasters, on the next one. Thanks for joining me. This one's going to get interesting. Cheers.